Welcome to Sono Psychic, with you from start to success.
Venous abdominal anatomy, or the abdomen veins. Coming up from where we started at the lower extremities, we'll start at the right and left common iliac veins. These veins empty into the inferior vena cava, or IVC, which is the biggest vein in the body. It travels up the middle of the abdomen on the right side when compared to the aorta, to just below the diaphragm. Pressure changes from breathing change the IVC's size, altering blood flow. The first veins to drain into the IVC are the lumbar veins. Then the right gonadal vein empties into the distal IVC. The right renal vein then drains into the right of the IVC. Before the left renal vein drains into the IVC, the left gonadal vein empties into the distal left renal vein, and the left suprarenal or adrenal vein empties into the proximal left renal vein. Then the left renal vein drains into the left of the IVC. Next, the right suprarenal or adrenal vein comes from the right and empties into the mid IVC. Let's take a look at the blood flow until this point all at once. In front of and not attached to the IVC is the portal venous system, supplying the liver with extra blood flow because the liver is like a big filter and it needs a lot of blood flow. 75% of the liver's blood supply is from the portal vein, and since it's going towards the liver, it's hepatopedal, which is forward flow. The inferior mesenteric vein, or IMV, drains the left side of the large intestines. The pancreatic vein drains the pancreas, and both drain into the splenic vein that drains the spleen. Then the colic veins that drain the small and right-sided large intestines drain into the superior mesenteric vein, or SMV. The portal venous system drains the deoxygenated blood from the splenic vein and superior mesenteric vein, and it goes through the liver. This is the portal confluence, and it becomes the main portal vein. Then the left gastric vein from the stomach drains into the main portal vein. The main portal vein bifurcates into the left and right portal veins. The right portal vein bifurcates into the posterior and anterior right portal veins, and the left bifurcates into the lateral and medial left portal veins. Then those four split into superior and inferior segments. Blood is filtered through the liver and takes some nutrients before it is drained into the right, middle, and left hepatic veins. These drain into the proximal IVC right before the diaphragm. The IVC then passes the diaphragm and enters into the inferior portion of the right atrium of the heart. Now, let's look at the rest of the blood flow all at once.